Do you want to read more books but cannot find the time? Or are you just so busy that reading, whether for pleasure or for personal growth or maybe both, has vanished from your list of goals completely because you've given up the dream that you'll ever have the time? Watch this episode to get inspired to start reading again, to read more, or to read consistently. And because it's my show, I'll show you how to do it the lazy way, because I ain't got time to spend my whole days reading either. Okay, so you want to be reading more. Amazing. I love you already. Apparently, the time span of how long we're able to concentrate for is rapidly decreasing, with us just reading shorter posts, shorter headlines, skimming, and just trying to get the gist. But where is the beauty in that? How can you ever truly relax? Or how can you ever experience something new through what you're reading if you're constantly looking for the next thing to jump to with that ever-shortening attention span? I might be sounding like my grandma here, but I am terrified to see how even the new posts, as I publish them, tell me whether I have a good readability score. And from what I've seen, what it basically means is that every single sentence has to be its own paragraph, because apparently otherwise 2 sentences for a paragraph might be just too much for you to handle. So I'll try to say what I've got to say today without adding unnecessary embellishments. But not for readability score's sake, of course, but rather so that you can get inspired to read more and then get started right away. How do you read more? Read when you don't have time, or even read consistently? And how do you do it the lazy way that I mentioned? Audiobooks! With the invention of smartphones that have offered us a number of time-sucking activities within arm's reach, came also this wonderful development, followed by growth of the number of books available, read to you either by the author or by a different narrator. While listening to books narrated by someone else might not quite feel like reading, you're still devouring the content of those books, whether your own eyes land on all the letters, words, and sentences or not. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to switch 100%. If part of your routine is reading a book at nighttime or on the weekend, then carry on. You can still do that from a hard copy of a book or your Kindle. But what I'm talking about is incorporating audiobooks into your life, especially into activities that do not require a lot of active thinking. So let's take me as an example. I listen to audiobooks while walking, while commuting, although I do work from home, so not a lot of that happening for me. Then also while at the treadmill at the gym, or when doing the dishes, or if I'm cooking alone, or on a plane, or a train, or if there's a long queue at the pharmacy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, as you go about your day, you're bound to find activities that could be accompanied by listening to a book. And then all it takes is a pair of headphones and you can get started. For example, with a free trial at Audible with an Amazon account in no time at all. And you're good to go. Since implementing this system in March 2015, I've been able to read so much more than ever before. And as a result, learn and grow. Now I actually volunteer to do the dishes. And in case you have no idea where to start where I did. The first book I listened to as an audiobook was Playing Big by Tara Moore. and I enjoyed it so much that I've already listened to it again since then. As weird as this is going to sound, that book felt to me like a warm hug. So if you don't know where to start and that sounds appealing, that's a really great first audiobook. But of course, if you have a list of books waiting for you to get to them one day, pick one and just start listening. Okay, how did I do with keeping things simple? Are you still with me? Great. Then by now you're hopefully feeling inspired to give this whole audiobook idea a go. It really is a wonderful addition to any existing reading habits that you might have. And if you give this new way of experiencing books a try, even for just a week, I'm sure you'll see how much more you're able to read without needing to magic up any additional time in your normal schedule, which is pretty magical in itself. And you no longer have to wait until a holiday to read those books that are on your must-read list. Now I'd love to hear from you. What books are you going to start from? I'd love to know what's on your reading list, as I'm always on the lookout for something interesting and inspiring that I can listen to next while doing all those things that we do really like on autopilot. Leave a comment on my blog. I cannot wait to hear from you. That's all for today. Subscribe to my channel and do share this episode with your friends so that they too can start reading more and you'll have all those great new books to talk about. For more inspiring videos and articles to help you make your dreams come true, go to catburn.com and leave your name and email to get weekly notes from me directly to your inbox. Thank you for watching and till next time.